Hi everybody, it's Mia. So today I'm going to be doing a continuation of the Amazing Clay demo. If you haven't seen part 1, I will be linking the video in the description box below. Let's go ahead and get started. For starters, there was quite a bit of confusion in my previous video on, part 1 of this clay. Well, a lot of people were confused, like, why are you cooking it when it's air dry, when it's supposed to be air dry clay? I thought this was air dry clay, you don't have to cook it. What I had said was that the process of making this clay is very similar to cold porcelain, but this clay is in fact an air dry clay. So the process of making this clay is to cook it first and let it get to the consistency it needs to be, and then after you've cooked it, you knead it like you would cold porcelain clay, and after that it's ready for use, and all you have to do is sculpt whatever it is that you want to sculpt and allow that to dry overnight, and it will be a solid piece. So this clay is in fact air dry clay. It says so on the packaging as well, so I just wanted to point that out so that way there's no more confusion. So I know that within the video I had said that I overcooked my clay, and this is what I meant. So this clay on the packaging, it says that the clay does not shrink or crack. I did notice that the pieces did shrink a little bit. Cracking obviously happened, but this is because I did not cook the clay properly. I guess all the kitchen appliances, they are just on steroids, so everything just heats up faster than usual. There was a point when I was stirring the clay that I figured that it was good enough, but not every single bit of the clay was thick or solid. So I just decided to keep it in the pot a little bit longer, and that was my mistake, because the time that I did realize that it was getting close to being ready, I just kept on moving on. So that was my mistake. It does dry pretty solid. It's like cracking apart. By the way, this is supposed to be a cat. So after it dries, the clay is very solid, and I honestly wouldn't worry about it breaking or anything like that. So I can't exactly give this clay a bad review. I can say that I definitely learned from my first try. One, I don't want to overcook the clay, and two, most importantly, is do not store the clay in the refrigerator like it says on the packaging. It says on the packaging, tips for best results is to always use clay over wax paper or aluminum foil, and to store clay in refrigerator in a sealable plastic baggie or tub, and to keep powder in a cool, dry place. Now, I think that keeping it in the refrigerator is complete BS, because it took away all the moisture that was in the clay. So this is what I have left. It just really sucks, because I was hoping to use this afterwards, but it's just not, you can't mold anything out of it. It's too crummy and all the moisture was gone. So it like looks like cheese right now. The way it's looking is that I cannot save this clay. It's just way too crummy and nothing will stick at all. So if you do try out this clay, absolutely do not put it in the refrigerator, because it will look like this afterwards. And I don't know if it's partially due to the fact that I have overcooked it and that's why it's so crummy, but I will be testing it out again and again and just seeing how it works and whatnot. I don't remember which users asked this question in the previous video, but she said that wouldn't it be cheaper to buy cold porcelain? And with a coupon and whatnot, I wouldn't say that buying the actual cold porcelain is cheaper than this. You actually get more out of this than you do with a regular tub of cold porcelain, and plus my craft stores do not sell cold porcelain, and I cannot find it anywhere online. I mean, there are those who make their own cold porcelain clay, but a lot of them crack. If everything turns out exactly as I want it to, then I would say that this would be the better choice than buying your own cold porcelain, or like buying ingredients to make your own cold porcelain, or buying the actual cold porcelain in store. That's just my final say on that. And yeah, so I am still very excited to get this working for me because I miss working with cold porcelain clay, and whenever it comes time for me to make my own cold porcelain clay, I mess up somewhere and it just doesn't work out for me. So if this does, I will be so happy. That is what I have to say about this clay. I hope you guys found this video helpful. Again, if you'd like to see how I made this clay, the link to the video will be in the description box below, or I'll leave an annotation. And I want to thank you all so much for watching. I will talk to you guys later. Bye!